Bum ba bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. Hello everyone, it's me. I know you're all excited. Let me kind of explain what this is. So, a couple of days ago, there was a I guess you could classify it as a leak, if that makes sense. And how the leak went was some information came out regarding new items that were, shall we say, data mined for Dota 2. And that's what this stream is. I'm going to be talking about those. And I'm also going to be... Oh, god damn it. Please show up. Okay, good. I'm going to be talking about it for the most part. Get this out of here. There we go. I'm going to just be talking about it. And that's how the stream's going to go. It's just... I needed, like, a chill stream. And this was the best way to do it, I think. I'm going to maybe play a bit of Dota during this as well, so it doesn't classify as just him being on loading screens and not actually effing doing anything. So, yeah, I'm not going to play an actual game. I'm just going to play bots, if that's fine. That's probably fine. I don't know if that's fine. Anyway, we're going to items. These are all the items that are in Dota 2. Okay, you can see the recipes, you can see the updated versions, blah, 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 blah. So, here is my little cheat sheet of sorts. I'm going to move this over here. It should show properly. Okay, so that is the list of items that were in the data mine in the 6583 test. I'm going to try to explain this as best I can because, you know, this is not really a Dota channel for the most part. Like, I've streamed it. I've done videos of it, but I'm going to at least try to explain this the best I can. So, I know you can't see the crafting as it is in the bottom right, so it's like you see this, this, and this. I know it gets hidden, basically, which slightly annoying, but it's fine. So, let's kind of go through these items here. Oh, that's for later. Let's go through these items here, kind of piece by piece. So, the first two that are on here is item recipe Samurai Tabby, item Samurai Tabby, and then we have the same with Hermes Sandals recipe and stuff. So, what exactly are these? Well, just from the names, just Tabby, as far as I know, it's just like a type of shoe, and sandals are obviously shoes. So, let's explain boots in Dota 2. So, when it comes to movement in this game, there are two base items. You have the Boots of Speed, and all of its respective upgrades, which I'll go into in a minute. And then you have... where is it? Windlace. Okay. That is the basic mobility items in the game. They give you flat movement speed bonus, and Boots of Speed builds into a bunch of different ones. You have, and they're all scattered about here, you have Boots of Travel, Arcane Boots, Tranquil Boots, Phase Boots, and then we have Power Treads. Now, boots have always been, for a long time in Dota history, it's basically you have your standard boots and then you have the upgrades, and that's how that went. After a point, though, like a good while back, Guardian Greaves were implemented into the game. And in order to make Guardian Greaves, you need Arcane Boots. So, essentially, boots started to get an upgrade. Now, how these special boot items work is you have a boot mechanic with an item mechanic. For the case of Guardian Greaves, it's basically an updated mechanism. Another one was added, this one here, the Boots of Bearing. And the Boots of Bearing are Tranquil Boots and Drum of Endurance. Essentially, what a lot of people are guessing at is that Samurai Tabby and Hermes Sandals are going to be updated versions of Power Treads and Phase Boots, respectively. Now, why is this so, shall we say, conflicting and awkward? So the big thing with Arcane, Tranquil, Power Treads, and Phase is they're essentially either support-based ones, because this is replenishing mana, or this is you get health regen and some movement speed. Okay. These are the support boots, and the items that are supported that you are required to build with the upgrade are also in this category. Power treads and phase boots, though, are a bit of a different thing, because these items are for more of a carry role. So it's like you get phase boots on a hero with a high, or shall we say, who attacks fast, or they have what is called a low base attack time, which is the time between attacks in this game. And then treads give you flat stat of a single stat, whether it be strength, intelligence, or agility, as it says here on the side, and you switch between them. And there's this thing called tread switching, which is because you are able to activate it whenever you can, and I'll show this visually. I'll play as Ricky, just to show, just because in case Timmer ends up here, you know, he'll be in here. So we're going to put a Ricky out. We're going to give him treads. So now normally you would want to have Agi treads.
Everybody gets sick.
But let's say Ricky casts Smokescreen. Okay, so doing that, he uses up mana.
Oh, look, it's me.
And he used up 65 of his 243. Now if I do this, he goes to 363. I cast that, and now I'm at like 200. And it's essentially cost me about 40 mana. That's what tread switching is. So making updated boots is a little interesting, and the other reason why it's so interesting is because of Boots of Travel. See, how Boots of Travel works is Boots of Travel has another upgrade called Boots of Travel 2. But allow me to explain how this works. There's an item called the Teleport Scroll. It's a separate item. It basically allows you to teleport to a nearby building. Boots of Travel allows you to target allied units. Okay, so your allied creeps, creeps controlled by you or your allies, things like that. You're able to go to that creep, and it also lowers the cooldown on the teleport scroll. The upgraded travel boots, if I can find them on here without having to look to my right, I don't see them. Never mind. So these lower the... So the Boots of Travel 2 give you even more movement speed. It lowers the cooldown of the teleport scroll even more, and you can also go to heroes. It's a huge upgrade, and it costs a lot of money. You know, 2,000 gold, for the most part, is a lot of money in comparison to 1,400, 1,500, and so on and so forth. So upgrading the boots is really interesting, because how do you actually upgrade, say, power treads, and how do you upgrade phase boots? So let's start off with power treads. How I feel the tabby is going to go, and I say that, but in reality, I'm just basing this off of the opinion of other people, because of the cost of the item, which is 1,400 plus the 1,200 recipe. So let's do 1,400 plus the 1,200. Okay, that's 2,600. So if there's an item that's, say, 2,050, that gives us our total for the Samurai Tabby. Here's the thing with this. It's a question of, because of how Sanj, Yasha, and Kaya work, and I'll explain that in a minute, is it going to be these, or is it going to be an ultimate orb? Because all these items cost the same, and they all do stats, but allow me to go into this. There are what we call stat swords in the game. There's Sanj, Yasha, and Kaya. So basically, they give a big or a decent amount to a single stat, as well as two secondary benefits. So with Sanj, you get status resistance, which lowers the time that you're affected by debuffs, and you get health regen and lifesteal amp, which means you heal more from health regen and lifesteal. You get more health regen, you heal more from lifesteal. Yasha is attack speed, and you get percentage movement speed. Kaya is spell amp, mana regen amplification, which means you regenerate mana more. Spell amp means your spells do more damage, and then spell lifesteal amplification, which means your spell lifesteal is more effective. If that goes into treads, is it going to be you get plus 26 to this stat plus these two benefits? Because the issue with these two benefits is we already have updated renditions, sort of. The first one is through Heaven's Halberd, so this is built from Sange, and it ups the status resistance to 16%. But we also have sword combos. For example, Kaya and Sange, okay, if we go to status resistance, it goes to 20%, and then the health regen and life steal amp goes to 22, and the same with the other things on from Kaya, they get amplified as well. The issue is, how does this actually go into place? So it's like, in regards to that. You know, so that's the assumption. And it's very much a question of how are they going to balance it overall. The other option, as stated, is Ultimate Orb, which is plus 10 to all attributes. There's a really big debate on which one it's going to be. Because with Ultimate Orb, it's like, okay, how do you actually modify the tread recipe? Because right now, it's basically, you know, plus 10 to a selected attribute and plus 25 attack speed. Is it going to go to plus 20 of a selected attribute with the other two going to plus 10? Or is it going to be, you know, whatever? Because that's what makes this such a difficult thing to think about. Because how do you actually factor that in? And then we go to phase boots. And give me 1 second, actually. And I'm back. Sorry about that. So, going into phase boots now, if we assume, I'm just going to do some questions because God only knows. So, phase is 1500. Apologies. Okay. And I'll do this over here. This way it's like, okay, you get an idea of... It states the recipe, so I'm not going to do that again. Okay, it's phase plus recipe, which is 500. So that makes 2,000. So that's 2,800 left. And it's like, what in this game is 2,800? You know? It's like, I actually have no idea off the top of my head, and the only one I can think of is like Yule Scepter, and that's not even it. So it's like, what exactly is this item gonna be? You know, when you assume Hermes Sandal, you have to think of mobility, which, you know, Windlace applies, but it's like, I don't think there's anything that's actually 2,800 for a clean number. So I'm now physically looking through all of it. I literally have just decided this on a whim earlier today that I was... Actually, no, I decided like earlier in the week that I was doing this because of the leak. So I can't actually find anything. Man. Basher's 2875, that's the closest we have. Same with Yule Scepter Divinity, which is 2725. And it's a question of like, okay, what is actually going to build into this? How are you going to dictate Hermes Sandals? You know, how would that actually factor into everything said and done? There is nothing that's 2,800 right now for people to guess. There's so many things that are close, but no cigar. And it's like, okay, taking items that are around this price range, like say the Rod of Atos and the Yule Scepter and Divinity and the Basher, and I think there was another one, but I can't find it now, and it's fine. It's like, okay, what if it's Atos and you say run into them and you root them in place? What if it's Yule Scepter and the active like kind of hurls you into a cyclone state where you're invulnerable for a short time and can just attack freely? You know, it's just random stupid things like that. What if it's Basher? You know, that's the thing with this. It's like I have no idea what this is going to be. And when the recipe gets found out, it's like, okay, oh, there it is. There's our 2800s. So it could just be, say, like, just effing Eagle Song. And this kind of works because it's like, okay, it's an agility item. And, you know, Mystic Staff, I'll just show this. Mystic Staff builds into 5 items. Reaver builds into 3. Eagle Song builds into 2. So it actually, just based on heavy guessing, it might be Eagle Song. So I'm gonna say that it's gonna be Eagle Song, and it's just gonna be like a nice carrying item, and it kind of fits in with the whole concept of Hermes, because Hermes is a messenger god who's all about speed. Eagle Song grants agility, which, you know, lets you attack faster, and it kind of goes into the concept of phase. So I'm going to guess Eagle Song. Will I be right? Probably not. But for my guess, that's what it's going to be. Oh no, I did a bad. Stop. Go away. Okay. Alright, so that's that one. Witch's Switch is the next one, and this is a 1900 cost with a 625 recipe. And I think most people have no goddamn clue how this item's supposed to work. None. It's like, there's very little that can be argued with some of these items, and this is kind of an example. It's like, I have no idea what this is going to be as an item. It's like, okay, we got a 625 recipe. Okay, so if we take 1900 minus 625, because I'm dumb, that's completely off. 1900 minus 625. Okay, that leaves us with 1275 gold. And it's like, okay, exactly what will work for 1275? And you have to like think of different items. So it's like, okay, it could be like an Orb of Venom and Blitz Knuckles, but it's like that's completely stupid. That's the thing. Oh, I deleted it and I forgot what it was. I hate my life. Minus 625 at 1275. There we go. And it's like, okay, what builds into this? Obviously, it's got to be like some cheap items, because if it's going to be a component of Witchblade, or it's like an alternative of Witchblade, okay, Witchblade is a bunch of cheapish items, you know, that turn into Witchblade. So with this, it's like, okay, how do you factor in how this item's going to go? Maybe it is just another type of Witchblade, because, you know, Witches switch Witchblade. So maybe it's like Blitz Knuckles or Venom, or it could be like Quarterstaff with a 400 cost, which I can't find a 400 cost. But it's like that's the kind of thing, you know. What exactly is going to happen with this item? I have no idea. Then we have Lunar Crest, which is something that I think a lot of people are really making some general assumptions on, but let me look at Solar Crest. So Solar Crest is a buffing item, okay, that basically grants an ally increased... Well, it gives you a bunch of little stats here, and then when you cast it on an ally, you give them armor, attack speed, and movement speed. When you cast it on enemies, you basically give them the negative rendition. And it removes the armor from the caster when used, so it's just like this gets gone, but you get these benefits. a lot of people are arguing because of this item being, you know, a buff towards attacking, this is going to be a buff towards casting, and it'll maybe cost, you know, maybe it'll use the witch's switch because that's about the price range, hypothetically, which, if that's the case, that's actually very interesting. It could also be something like maybe some mana-based items, like you could have maybe a Staff of Wizardry with a few other doodads here and there. And this is the kind of thing that really boils this patch into what the F is this supposed to be. Because it's like, this is so exciting to know. You know, it's like, okay, there's going to be a caster variant of Solar Crest. I'm just going to write this here because I have no idea what the F this is supposed to be. And it's just stuff like that. No one knows what this thing is going to be, but everyone's excited about it. Everyone's just going, what the F builds into this to make this item? How does it work? You know, blah, 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 blah. The next one on here is really weird. It's called Phylactery, and I think people stated that this was a really weird like upgrade to bottle, which, let me look up. What is Phylactery? Leather box containing Hebrew texts on vellum worn by Jewish men at morning prayers to remind to keep the law. That... What? So it's a book. Okay. No one knows what they're talking about. What? Alright. People were saying it was going to be a bottle upgrade. Now I have no effing clue. But it's like, alright, we have 2,500 gold plus recipe for this thing. And it's like, okay, is there a 2,500 cost item in this game? I don't think there even is. You know, I don't think there is. You know, it's like, this is the fun about this. What the F is this item gonna be? No one knows. No one has any goddamn clue. You know, I'm going through these items going like, what's a random 2,500 gold cost item? And it's like, there's so many choices with this. It's crazy. I don't think anybody has any idea. I don't even know what this is gonna be. You know, it's like, okay, what's an item that doesn't really have a quote-unquote upgrade? And it's like, okay, if we go through the concept of like, oh, it's a holy item, it could be a holy locket, but then that's just like, that's not gonna work, so it has to be some random cheap items. So it could be, you know, you never know with this game. It could be like maybe a Veil of Discord upgrade, which I actually want a Veil of Discord upgrade. Veil of Discord is a really fun item, but it's just so difficult to use because it doesn't really give you anything. So if that's a Veil of Discord upgrade, I would actually be really hyped for that. That's 1525. Let me do 2,500 minus 1525 just to see what I get. 975. Is there anything that's 975? That's 925. That's really close. This is like the fun with this. It's like, it's guess what the F this is gonna be, you know? It's like, oh man, what's 975? Helm of Iron. Oh my god. Oh, I'm making that guess now. I have to. It's like, I'm gonna probably be completely wrong. I don't even care. Like, that screams what it is to me right now. This is what makes this exciting to me. But it's like, there could be another 975 in here and I have no goddamn clue. And now I'm like skimming everything and forgetting the price points to just try to take a guess. It could even be effing crowns and other stupid malarkey, but it's like, I really think it's going to be an upgrade to Veil of Discord, which is you create an AoE, okay, that causes people to take extra damage from spells. So if it's actually that, I'm going to be really happy, because I actually like the Veil of Discord. And I actually built, and it was actually built with Helm of Iron Will, which is what makes it more fun. So yeah, this is what makes the stream fun. I can just turn my brain on to so many stupid possibilities. And then we have Disperser. There is a hero, so let me look her up. This is Spectre. I hope you guys like my little thing. She has an ability called Dispersion, which is damage done to her is reflected on enemies. Basically, I think instead of taking like 100 damage, you take 80, and then enemies around you will take that remaining 20. So if we base it off of that, which a lot of people have done, it's like Blade Mail is the thing that kind of works like that. So maybe it's Blade Mail, plus, which is 2,100 gold, plus the recipe, which is 600. That's 2,700. So we do 2,700. We don't actually do that. Oh god, I'm opening things by accident. I'm too excited. This is what makes this stream fun. Now that I started getting into this is so exciting to me. Alright, so 4,600. We subtract 600. Okay, subtract 600. Then we subtract another 2,100. Okay, that's 1,900 left. And it's like, what is 1,900 in the game right now? That's the real question. You know, what would this build with? You know, and there's so many possibilities on that. You know, it's like Vanguard's super close. You know, Glimmer Cape is super close too. That could be another one. Just like a big F-off tanky item. But I think with information that we'll get into later, it's not going to be that at all. Oh god, I'm trying to find like a 1,900. Like the closest thing is Vanguard, but because of other info I have, I know it's not the case. But it's like, oh man, it's like, what do we have as options? You know, it could be something stupid like Blightstone Mithril Hammer, to be honest. Like, that would be completely idiotic, to be honest. And I'm not even going to go for that. It could be just like a big F-off tanky item, which would be completely stupid because it would completely nerf Assault Cuirass, which is just an item that grants an aura that causes allies to gain attack speed and armor, and enemies lose attack speed and armor. For context, oh man, it's like, okay, Orb of Corrosion kind of works into that, and it's 925. So what's 1,900 minus 925? I'm too dumb. It's 975. Okay. 975 is Helm of Iron Will. Damn, it's all about Helm of Iron Will. Iron Will builds into so much right now. There's no way it's it. There's no way. But I'm taking that. F it. I don't care. So this is gonna be Blade Mail recipe, Orb of Corrosion, and Helm of Iron Will. There's no way it's it, but it's just like, it's all about the Helm of Iron Will today. There's no way it's it. If I find out that it's it, I'm gonna be like ecstatic. Oh man. Oh god. Oh man, there's Soul Ring too. Like, they could make an updated Soul Ring. Like, oh man. Oh man. I have no idea. That's like the fun of this. It's like, what the F is this gonna be? You know? Oh, to those curious, all these here are neutral items. I will get into this with actually the next item on here. Because, yeah. So, let's get into that. So, Harpoon. Harpoon is not an item in the game at all. And it doesn't have a item connected to it. Technically. This was in the game a while back, and it was one of these neutral items. Okay, so how this works is that, as you can see by the timers, in a normal game, okay, once it hits minute 7, neutral creeps have a chance to drop any of these tier 1s. When it gets to 17, tier 2s, 27, tier 3, 37, tier 4, and then 60, tier 5. That is how the neutral items work. And there was a video I saw earlier today that actually was about, a data mined rendition of it, where it gave 35 damage, it did a mini crit on the next attack, it would slow the target down, and if you are a ranged hero, it would drag the target towards you a bit. So I'm actually assuming that this is a neutral item, probably like around tier 3 or 4, just based off of how the stats work. Yeah, just like based on around stat. I'm gonna say it's a tier 4, like tier 4 neutral item. Getting a crit with your neutral would probably build into this really nicely. I have no idea, but that's the assumption with this. However, now we come to the current item cost changes that are apparently going to happen with this patch. Oh yeah, I can't do that actually. Let me make this smaller. Did I screw this up? I have to watch now to see how bad it's been butchered. And it's fine. Alright, it's fine. So these are all of the current item changes in this game. This right here is one of the biggest ones, bar none. So Cloak, we'll show this again. Cloak is a huge item. It goes into, it's your base magic resistance item, and it builds into every other magic resistance item in the game. Okay, it goes into Mage Slayer, which when you attack enemies, they deal less spell damage. So basically, they have negative spell amp, similar to how Kaya would give increased spell amp. And then this builds into Bloodthorn, which is basically the F you if you cast spells, you're silenced. Every time you get hit, you take a crit, and all this other malarkey. So that's how this item works. So that's how that builds into. You also have a Glimmer Cape, which is on here as well. Like, a lot of the items obviously are on here. So it's like, okay, Glimmer Cape's on here. This gives magic resist, and it has an active effect where you can target an entity, like an ally, whether it's you or another, and give them invis and magic resistance for 5 seconds. So that's how that one works. And then you have Hood of Defiance, which has an active that creates a bubble on you that absorbs magic damage taken for a time. And then this builds into Eternal Shroud and Pipe of Insight. All of these items that I talked about are on here. Like, there's Mage Slayer, there's Eternal Shroud, Hood of Defiance, Bloodthorn, Pipe. You kind of get the idea. What is terrifying about this is, because of this, okay, let me explain these two really quick. This causes an aura to grant magic resistance and health regen to allies. The AoE, the bubble shield on Hood is now stronger, and it affects an area. And then Eternal Shroud causes that bubble shield to be only on you, but it absorbs damage you take, and you also leech, and you have spell lifesteal on this. This becoming 1,000 gold is huge. Okay, it's like, it's probably going to get a base buff to like maybe plus 20% magic resistance, but this is one of the biggest impacting things in the game right now, because a casual cloak is an item that gets built by a lot of off-lane heroes, which is basically you fight the carry in their lane, and how that works in Dota. It's like, this gets built by a lot of them. Hood of Defiance gets built into a lot because the active is good, the stats are great for the cost, and Eternal Shroud is meta on a lot of big heroes right now. We have, I'll show off one right now. We have Pudge, okay, who, because of his Aghanim Scepter upgrade combined with how this spell works, and so on and so forth, he's built to wanting to get Eternal Shroud for the spell lifesteal. because how he works is that this causes spell damage to Pudge as well as everybody in a radius, and enemies will be slowed down. This causes you to gain strength every time you're near a kill or get a kill. And when you activate this, you get permanent bonus strength every time you're near a kill or get a kill. And then when you activate it, you get flat damage block from every instance of damage. This does multiple tiny instances, so it's basically like taking no damage from it. And then this increases the radius of the rot while making it do more damage and also causing regen reduction. It's a lot of impact for an item, obviously, but that's just how that works. So I'm actually not gonna write that. So it's like delaying this because Hood of Defiance went to 2,000, and let me just show this again. Because Hood of Defiance went to 2,000 gold, because this went to 1,000, it's a lot. You know, it's another 500 gold that you have to invest into this. Eternal Shroud went down by like 75, you know, and it's like, okay, there is something going on there because, okay, well, if Hood of Defiance, so Hood of Defiance, which you assume has to still be in here, is going to 2,000. And then you add its recipe of 1,100. It's like, okay, what exactly is that last item? And just from this alone, it's like, okay, that's 125 gold. And it's like... Oh, I screwed that up. And it's like, this doesn't work at all. Because it's like, that's 3,100 and then that's just one remaining 125. That's like nothing in the game right now. So it's a question of what is happening to the Eternal Shroud recipe, because it uses Voodoo Mask, and holy crap, the item's getting completely reworked. Maybe Cloak now is Voodoo Mask? I have no idea, but that's what's terrifying about this patch in a good and bad way. No one has any clue what's going on. I don't know what's going on. You know, the general player base doesn't know what's going on. There. So it's like, no one knows what this is going to be now. You know, it doesn't state recipe on here, but it also, when you go here and you see Mage Slayer recipe go to 0, it's like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. But then you go to Mage Slayer... let me just, yeah. So Mage Slayer is made with a cloak, an Oblivion Staff, and then the recipe. Now, because of Oblivion Staff being 1,500 gold, okay, so you can see here 1,500 gold. Let me just remove this to make this cleaner. So it's like, okay, this is fine. This one's like, okay, yeah, this is easy. This one's simple, we can understand what's going on. Sorry. But then we have Shadow Amulet and Glimmer Cape. So, okay, so Glimmer Cape's going to 1,000 gold through the cloak. Because you have to assume it's still being made with it. So then it's like plus 875. And the thing is that Shadow Amulet doesn't cost that. The recipe doesn't cost that. The recipe's 450. So if we assume the recipe is still here, so it's like, okay, so 1,000, so that's 1875 minus 1450. So it's like, it's like, what's going on with this thing? You know? Oh, I deleted that again. I hate my life. 8875 minus 1450. So So it's like, assuming the recipe is still there, it's like, what's going on with this item? But if it's not there, then it's like, okay, that's the cloak plus what you would assume is a shadow amulet, which it's like, okay, maybe shadow amulet's going to 875, but it's like, I don't think there's a 425 cost item in this game. Like, the closest thing is crown, and that's about it. And also the respective +6 to a stat items. And the gloves of haste, but I severely doubt this. And he's just like, you get the idea from here. It could be quarterstaff, actually. You know, there's so many options for this, and it's scary. You know, let me clean this up a bit. So this has a no overall cost change because Mage Slayer doesn't have a recipe anymore. It went up, so it's like this went down by 400, but it went up by 100. This went, so with this going down by 100, it's and this is what's interesting about this patch. I have no clue. No one has any clue. I know I keep saying that, but still. Pipe going to a 1225. So it's like, okay. So Hood of Defiance is going to now be 2,000 gold. Plus the recipe, which is 1225. So it's like, okay, let's go to Hood of Defiance. If it's, can I... Oh, I can do that. Okay, I never knew that, and that would have helped so much earlier. It's too late now. Pipe of Insight, that's what I wanted. So Pipe costs 34.75 right now. With this in play, this is 32.25. So it's like, okay, what is going to build in the Pipe of Insight now? You know, it's like, how does this item function right now? So if we do 2,000, no, so that's 32.25. So let's do 34.75 minus 32.25, and that makes 250, which doesn't work into anything. So maybe Pipe of Insight is becoming a lot more expensive. I don't really know. If that's the case, it's like, okay. So it's like, okay, if we assume that it's Hood of Defiance plus recipe, it's like maybe the Witch's Switch could build into this. Maybe. I don't really know. But it's like, that's a huge price spike for something that's supposed to be relatively cheap. Like, Headdress is 425 right now. So it's like, it doesn't work with this. You know, and it's like, if I go through here, there's nothing that's this cheap. Like, Infused Raindrops is close, but no cigar. It's like, it's either 25 over or 25 less. So it's like, nobody knows. Nobody knows. And that's what makes it so terrifying. You know, on how this patch works. So then we go down to, let's see. Okay, now we're going to go into these. Oh, Harpoon is actually there. Never mind. That is useless to me. Okay, so we have Recipe Harpoon 1400. So this is Harpoon. So we have Recipe, which is 1400. Let me actually find the things here. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Iron Talon, and I'm just going to move this down a little bit. There. So Ironwood Tree and Iron Talon were a bit of a mixed history. So we'll start with Iron Talon. Iron Talon was an item that was made with a Ring of Protection and Quelling Blade. And it was basically like your baby bastard farming item, essentially. And it kind of killed the game a bit, and it got removed. and it then came back as a tier 1 neutral item. Ironwood Tree was also a tier 1 neutral item, and it got shelved, but sorry. I guess what happened is because these items apparently would show up in what was classified as a little mini game of sorts that would go on for the game's battle passes. I guess what happened is that they got removed, or it's like they would be in the game, and the game would go, what is the cost of Ironwood Tree? What is the cost of Iron Talent? So I'm assuming that because these are now 0, they're not going to show up in that, and they're like dead. Which, if it's the case, it kind of sucks, but I don't think anybody's like super depressed that Talon is, gone. I don't effing care. So now we have Harpoon. So Harpoon states, it's 1,400 recipe and then another 3,000 gold to build it. So because of it applying a crit, it could be a Crystallis. So if I do 3,000 minus 1950, so that leaves us with 1050. So that's 1050 gold. 1050 gold I don't think really builds into anything. It's like, okay, it's like you got broadsword, you got javelin, and based off of the Crystallis damage, it's probably javelin? But because it applies a slow, we could go with the Sange route, which I don't think is actually it because it doesn't provide those stats. Because it's like, that doesn't work at all. So, God only knows with it is the fun bit of the day. It's like, and it can't even be Crystallis, I don't think, because Crystallis would give it a passive that grants chance to deal, to do a critical attack. So I don't think that's it. But that's what makes this so terrifying and why I wanted to do this. Because when the patch comes out, okay, I'm going to just remove this. This patch is going to be psychotic because of these changes, because of all this change. But also, there's a new hero being added. That's her visual. Her name is Muerta, and she looks amazing. I think it's like one of my favorite hero designs right now. What makes me... I'm going to leave this up for a bit. What makes me wonder how this patch is going to go is what are they going to do with this patch regarding this hero? What are they actually going to do with how she works? How is her kit going to work? How are these new items going to go into place? Am I going to be correct with my Helm of Iron Will Supremacy meme guess? I have no idea. All I know is I have like an hour 13 left today, so I'm just gonna chill out with bots, and it's just simply because I don't want to play normal Dota. I state that, by the way. I played normal Dota earlier today. Here's my winnings for the past while. I've been on a nice general winning streak, just by picking what I assume will help after a mixed bag train wreck. I've been playing Dota here and there just simply because I think the new hero is really fun and I want to play him. So let's just dick around in a bot match for like a while, and then that's just how this is gonna go. I'm gonna play Doom. Doom's fun. Doom is just a fun hero to play. I'm gonna do memes with Doom. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, and then we're just gonna go. And that's just how this is gonna go. I'm just gonna have fun, and that's about it. I'm really wondering as well. Actually, there is another thing that I'm gonna do, which is, which I kind of showed at the bottom, but it's just gonna be guessing patch changes, because I think it's needed. To kind of guess like what the patch is going to do here on out. So I have a couple of heroes that are written down. One of them is actually in this game, and it's all because of this thing here.
30 seconds.
Once I kind of beat this game, I'm gonna go into like guessing actual changes for heroes and such, because it's more fun that way. Basically, I am going to not give a damn about things. I'm just gonna go here. So I'm actually gonna put Ricky on here as well. We gotta talk about Ricky as well. So okay.
The fire starts now.
Let me set
Radiant on one
this
side,
up.
fire on the other. Hell's on earth.
Okay, if any more region, I'll buy it. Okay, so when it comes to the channel as well, I'll just kind of talk off topic a bit. The next 2 weeks are going to be very much just reading the Dota patch notes if they come out, and also the Steam Next Fest next week. And that's just how it's going to go for like the next couple of days. And I hope everybody's fine with that. And if you're not, well, it sucks for you, doesn't it? I really should have done that earlier, but it's fine. It's bots. I don't lose in bots. I hate my life. Good thing I'm putting this practice now. Oh, this line actually sucks dick. God. I might need to buy regen. Man. Good thing the bots are stupid at least. Wow, I hate my life so much. Can't even get a last hit. I'm dead. Please. Support bot, help me. Do effing something. Oh, you're just gonna like... Alright, it's fine. I'm alive, and that's all that matters. I'm dying. There we go. No, I wanted to use it. No, why do you get the big stun? This game sucks. Why did I go for a stupid meme concept? I'm an idiot. Give me that. Good. Wow, I got neither of those because I was greedy and I'm an idiot. This game is pain.
The fire spread denied.
I don't think so.
The second thing is, like, I was gonna do a bunch of stupid items and now I can't. And it sucks.
Hell's on earth.
Are you kidding me? I thought I had that.
Defilement. Bring it.
This is a fun game.
Mission come.
So fun. Oh my god. This is like just me learning the game too.
The soul eater hungers.
If you get whacked, stupid nerd. He's effing faster than me, so it doesn't matter. That guy's dead. The balanced hero strikes again.
So much for diplomacy.
Give me that.
Your mid tower's in a bit of a bind.
Okay, I still might be able to do this. I don't know. Damn, that person's getting kills. That's because Lena's so balanced. She's getting nerfed. There's no way she's not getting nerfed. And I'll kind of explain that in a minute. Like when I get into how I feel the patch is gonna go.
The ground burns.
I killed myself, I killed myself. I'm fine. Everything's fine. That person's an idiot and left me to die. Are you kidding me? Thank God the bots can't stun for some stupid reason.
The fire spread.
You've got to be kidding me. I hate my life. Oh, I hate it even more. God.
Rages.
This is why I can't play Doom. Clearly. Oh. Give me that. Why? Why is it always that? Stop it. I missed the last hit to get a deny, and I'm sad. This is practice, because I actually really like playing Doom, and I need to learn how to play Doom better. And it's not because of my buttons, it's just I can't effing last hit. Oh, thank God they gave me that. They were like, alright, we bullied him too much. I don't think we're ever gonna get kills. Oh. I screwed up. Alright, I almost have my Midas in this free bot lane. Ow.
Top is missing.
Actually. Okay. Alright. That's fine. I guess. I'm sad. Is there anything? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I don't know.
Top is missing.
I say I didn't know that. I've been playing this game for, like, on and off for almost a decade. I'm actually dumb. Look at this. Okay, that's like a 6.5 minute thingy when it finally gets on my person, which isn't bad. You've got to be effing kidding me! Oh, it's not even 6.5. Wow, I want to kill myself. Wow. This is supposed to be relaxing. Give me that. I missed another last hit. God damn it. Oh, everything is pain. God damn it. Man, that's so painful. Oh, okay. That was cool. Alright. Creep. Ooh, perfect. Give me that. It is time for Billy Bob and Billy Bob Billy to show their faces. Charge! Kill them all! Push the lane! Yeah, my boys! My boys are dying. They got denied. Yeah, kill them all, Billies. Yeah, I like this hero. I'm effing dead. No. Please. Effing help me. I'm alive. How the F am I alive? Give me that. Jesus. I gotta summon the boy. Wow, they were 4 bottom? Are you kidding me? Okay, that's useless for me. Getting ult would be helpful. My efficiency! I'm a bad Doom player. No, everything is too long. When? Give me that. Gotta summon the boys. Boys do damage. Perfect. Now the boys and I head down here and fight them off. Whack. Okay. We gotta get the bone zone all up in here. The big attack. My supported lane is dead. My supported lane is fine. The bone zone doing the damage. I'm effing dead. But he used the stun, so it's fine. Please. Please. You've gotta be effing kidding. I'm dead.
Blessings upon a loyal
fine. Hoi. Hoi, hoi, I'm going back in the jungle. Going back in the jungle, where everything is okay. What do I get? I get the dude. Kill them all. Hooray. Da, 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 da. I just randomly play bot games as well in between my normal matches. Just to either practice a hero and have none of it transfer, and I lost efficiency because I'm an idiot. God, please. Please. And of course, if I waited like 5 seconds, I'm dead. Please. Yeah, that's right. You can't take the bone zone, can you? You're dead. Oh, perfect. Wind Ranger, you stupid bot. The bone zone is not helping as much as I thought it would. Oh, they're doing work now. Yeah, fight him. He's an idiot. Oh, God. I'm too afraid of a bot. Because I feel like I'm just going to die in, like, 2 seconds. A good thing the bots are filthy cowards. I need to replace. You stupid broken character, you had to like farm my lane. Friggin' dickhead. God. I'm actually upset. Oh, I'm dead if I stay here. So of course I'm gonna stay here. Like that. I run away. Helping, I don't help, I leave. I flee like a filthy coward. Where's like the good creeps? God damn it. Like, God. Can I have something effing helpful instead of Bone Zone? Like, Bone Zone doesn't effing do anything in mods. Like, it does a bit, but not enough. They effing purged me? You serious? Alright, Bone Zone. Come on. We got work to do. We got work to do. I just be farming. Because we got work to do. The supports can get kills. I don't have to do anything. Besides, they have... My teammates have the broken hero of the game. So it's fine. If you stun, I swear to God. Okay, good. Also, I need your stun. F off. Haha. I've got like 55-60% of a health bar. I can help out. Ah, wow. I was a second too late to do the smack, so he smacked me instead. Oh, I did stack. Let's be joyous. F off. F off. F off. F off. Ow. I said F off. Thank you. I leave. I think it's a support Lena based on our team set. No, it should be core. It's probably not. It's not. We got Core Bane though. Core Bane's not even effing meta. But we got Core Bane with the phase boots of death. He's dying as well. But that's not my problem. It's a bot. I don't have to care about bots. The bots don't exist in real life. They can't hurt me. A part of me wants to do this in a normal game, but I know it's just never gonna work. Because it's just like... Yeah, you know, no. Yeah, I'm just gonna get harassed to death, among other things. And it's just life is pain. Come here. Die. 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 Please die. Hooray. Like, I'd farm the creeps, but the problem is that the bots are just pushing it like nuts. Which doesn't help me at all. But I have the item I wanted. Come on. Please. Give me that. Give me that. Beautiful. So now I have cooldown reduction. Yoink. F you. Now I farm a little bit faster, and I need that. We're just gonna keep farming because this is a bot game, and I can help. I can help. I can't help. I can't catch this. Ooh, that's good to know for later, but I don't actually know if that technically works. Damn it. I have to test that. I really don't think that's normal. I think the bot AI just bugged out. God, I'm so curious now. It's awful. F off. Look, the Luna's not farming. Okay, Luna technically should be farming, but it's fine. I exist. I farm. I'm the carry. I'm gonna lose efficiency. No. Give me that. And it's not like this is bad either. It's like Doom is a hero that really needs farm and levels. And if he gets them, it's great. If he doesn't, it's like he kind of sucks a bit. My efficiency. No. Kill the hero. Yeah, just beat him up. He's dead. That's overkill, but it's fine. The bots just do that. My efficiency. Give me that. Yeah, I'm helping now. Ooh, damn, that Luna's about to die. Oh god. I gotta be a man. Being a man is not a good plan. I flee. My support died because they're an idiot and a bot. That's better for me. Barely hit buildings to begin with. F you, F you, F you, nom, F you, F you. This is fun. I'm having a fun time. After like the train wreck that was like the last couple days of GoldenEye, it's like I'm completely okay with this. It's just GoldenEye really mentally killed my mentality state. Honestly, it really did. Is this gonna kill me? They have a stun. So unless Lena goes in, Lena, we can get kills. Perfect. Fun hero. I love this hero. It's so fun. Please. I knew I wasn't getting that. God damn it. Efficiency. Wing. Give me that. Ooh, even more money gain. Oh man. I can't. Bonk. 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 It's less bonk and more smack. Yeah, I did things. I helped my team. I do wonder if there's gonna be more neutral creeps, actually. Or just like new camp types. Just simply because it's kind of been a while. I mean, they added some like last year, if I remember correctly. But it's like, I'm really wondering if they're actually gonna be new ones. Probably not, but I have no idea. Alright, so I need to just walk about here. I'm dead. Where's my team? Report my bots. They suck. Okay. That's enough of that. Alright. So I'm gonna do the the guesses to the patches and stuff. So I'm not gonna talk about any of this because I kinda went over this for the most part. Even though I really want to with this item right here because of how this is in the game right now, but I'm not gonna do that. So this is just gonna be general hero stuff.
I've got fire in my eyes.
Wow, it's misbroken. So let's start off with Lena. I already wrote down a couple of heroes. So Lena's main problem is Fiery Soul, but let me kind of explain. So I'm gonna put in 2 heroes, okay?
Hate way.
So we got Lena. Okay, we're gonna make a. Okay, so this is your Lena, just a casual, you know, Lena, existing at level 7. Probably not the normal build for a level 7, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're just gonna put it up against, I don't know, a level. What's a normal mid in this game right now? What's a normal mid? Let's just take Sniper because I hate Sniper, and this is probably a fun example. Sniper's getting attacked. I'm gonna turn the creeps off for a minute. So I don't know what Sniper is. We're gonna get that. I guess this, because this just seems to be like the thing. Alright. Gonna turn creeps on. Okay. So we're gonna show this off. So it's gonna cast. We're gonna cast. Do you see the difference in how many attacks get shot out? Yeah, that's kind of the problem. So this gives how this works. Okay, we're gonna take this all off. We're gonna put her up here. How Fiery Soul works is.
Yes.
Oh, God damn it! Move. Okay, thank you. So how Fiery Soul works is Lena attacks normally at about this, at level 7, 8, whatever you want to use. Okay, and how Lena's Fiery Soul works is that every time an enemy gets hit by a spell, okay, every single time, whenever you hit them with a spell, you gain a stack that increases your attack speed by 40 and your movement speed by 3%. And these are additive, okay? So, to explain, if you say get max stacks, okay, you get 280 attack speed and 21% movement speed. This is a hero without boots moving at 350, and now she moves at 405, and with say boots of travel she moves at 459, and you have 18 seconds for this. So now let's turn this off. Let me just do that. So without items, okay, this is 18 seconds between times you gotta refresh.
I'm going.
And simply put, it's like, okay, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da, oh, I need to, like, activate this. Let me just do that. I now have all my stacks back for, like, another 10, 15 seconds. And so I keep getting this, and it's like, you might have a Lena that looks like this, okay, by about maybe minute 10 to 15. So you have, okay, Alina that does this in team fights. Just hitting like really fast, hitting insanely fast, okay, where maybe a normal hero, we're just going to take Sniper again, we're not going to level up anything. So it's like, okay, maybe Sniper at this point has treads, maybe he's got Maelstrom, okay, God only knows, I don't know why he put him on this. So maybe he's got like this or something. I don't know. He's hitting at 192 attack speed with this.
Quick.
Meanwhile, Lena gets 450, and it's kind of insane. You know, 450 attack speed. This states, and I quote,
Burns, doesn't it?
okay, when you mouse over it, 280 attack speed. I thought it would work like that. Moonshard is 4,000 gold and gives you 140 attack speed and bonus night vision, but we're ignoring that. So this right now is akin to me having the max stacks of Fiery Soul. Okay, 450.
Oh yeah.
450. That's what makes this hero so stupid right now, and a lot of people are saying it's going to get nerfed. Everything else with Lena, I think, is completely fine. This is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Her Oghanims is fine. Her Oghanim Shard is fine. This is getting nerfed. It has to get nerfed, and no one saw the item pool at all. Oh, no, you did. You kinda did. No, you saw enough. Okay, that's worked. So, I'm thinking she's getting nerfed because of that, or it's a guarantee because it's like, yeah. Then we have this idiot, Obsidian Decorator, Obsidian Obliterator, Destroyer, Outhouse Decorator, however you want to. His name changes a lot. Odie's biggest problem is this spell right here. So let me get into the game and kind of explain how this works. So we're gonna do the sniper thing again. So we're gonna come up here. You know, we're having a good time. So
Everybody gets in. Updrafted.
let me just guess here. I'm probably completely off. This is probably not the normal thing, but this is what the F is wrong with my OD. Okay, good. That was weird. So, here's an OD. Okay, we're going to give him Meteor Hammer. This is one of the meme things that happens in the game right now. So, we're going to do this. I don't have it set yet. Okay. So then this is the thing that OD does. And if I timed it better, you know, it would work better. We're just going to refresh him before he dies. That's the thing that happens. This causes a target, whether it's a creep, a hero, whatever, to basically not exist in the game for a super long length of time. Okay, I didn't time that properly. Let me. So that's kind of what it does. It means you can't get hit, you can't get this, you can't get anything. And how this also affects is because of how OD works, he steals mana if he targets enemies. Then it gets even doubly annoying when you factor in a shard, which gives it, which causes it to damage in a radius. It also ups the damage. I didn't even know that. But it gives you a second charge, which is a pretty big deal. But then you have the shard. So now I'm going to show you something obscenely stupid.
I'm under attack.
Sniper can't attack me. I can't do anything, mind you, but Sniper cannot attack me. I don't take damage from shrapnel until I get out of it. If I activate it, I can walk through without any issue. I'm going to show another example of this hero as well. So let me make an allied sniper. And let me make a faceless void. Really, this doesn't work. Why didn't that work? That's stupid. Alright, anyway. Here's the big threatening hyper carry on the enemy team. He's super terrifying. He does the Zawarudo. He starts clonking, and now my sniper, I can't actually click him when he's under that. That's very dumb. Okay, let me refresh this quick. Alright.
My path unspoons.
Okay, he's coming in. He's doing the thing. I'm screwing this up. It's fine. I'll get it properly at some point. So now I can just walk out of this. It's extremely, extremely stupid. But now I'm going to go to another fun example, which is Dark Willow, who has a skill that does something similar to this. So I'm going to put her here. Yep, that works. Gonna refresh. So while this is going on, I can't hit her at all when she's under this until it gets removed. The difference, however, and I'll show this with shrapnel. Okay, I could still take damage to this. This basically means you're not targetable, but this means you're not targetable and you can't take damage. And it's extremely, extremely stupid. It lasts a super long length of time. There's multiple charges of it. It's probably the worst thing in the game, I would say, in terms of a singular skill, and it tilts me to no end. So I'm dictating that either the skill gets nerfed in terms of duration, the AUGS gets changed, or the AUGS gets nerfed in regards to charges, or the shard gets nerfed in regards to the invulnerability. Okay, that's how I'm assuming that this hero is going to get gutted, because I'm going to show another one, and this actually happened to me in a game, and the game was lost almost from like the beginning. It doesn't really matter, but I want to show this off because it actually tilted me to no end that this was a thing. So let me just do this. Let me do that. Okay, so Drow Ranger is a very cool, fun hero. She has a silence that causes you to be unable, and when you get silenced, you can't cast spells. So now I'm going to show why this spell is so aggravating to me. I can't get silenced. You can't get silenced during that. And I had to fight an enemy OD who had this fun benefit, and it's super annoying. And now I want to test another thing. Just out of sheer curiosity if this even works. That's so dumb. I hate this spell. It's like... It's such a dumb shard, and it's only as bad as it is because of how long it lasts, the charges, everything. I just want it removed. Now, I had Axe in that time. Ignore my majestic Axe in his boxers for a minute there. Axe is a bit of a weird one. I actually want him to get a buff. Even though most of these are basically nerfs, technically. Let me just put him in Axe. Okay, let me explain the issue with Axe. Axe has a skill called Battle Hunger. Now, Battle Hunger, how it works, I'll show an Axe here for context. Actually, no, I want Tiny as well. Okay, so how Battle Hunger works. Okay, we're going to test this out as well. So, how Battle Hunger works is they're going to take damage every second based on 25 plus Axe's armor. Here is the issue with this. There's another component, which is... Stop. You're not allowed to hit him. He's very squishy. If you're not facing Axe, you get slowed. So now, let's add to the amount of stupidity in this spell. So let's make an ally Tiny. Okay. So this Tiny is going to go attack this Tiny. This is why this spell is kind of stupid to me. So, Tiny enemy is getting slowed because he's not facing Axe. As soon as he faces Axe, it's fine. This is the problem right now with this spell, which is the slow is super inconsistent. Because I think another dumb one is, and let me make a lion enemy, and this is going to take a while to get to a point. I need that. I need spell amp. What's the big spell amp? Just this. And let's make some allies. Terra Blades, which I think is one of the squishiest heroes in the game right now. And then I need an Augs and just give it like a bit. Because there is a method to my madness with this. We're just gonna have some fun sound effects while this goes. So just give it a bit. I gotta explain with this. Okay, can you kill him with this? No? You'll kill him with the next hit. So, let's show off something stupid. Or at least test something stupid. Stop. So, okay, he's dead. Alright. I need to just test this for my own contexts.
Why not? Rest is for the dead.
So, we're gonna do that. He's gonna face away. We're gonna kill him. So, the basic rundown is that the slow doesn't function properly because it's completely built around Axe. So, what I'm hoping for the other general change is for Battle Hunger to get minor, in massive quotations, rework. Which is to have it be a more consistent slow. Because let me just do that so YouTube doesn't get upset at me. The basic rundown is that Battle Hunger and Culling Blade had gotten a rework in terms of how they function a while back. This became a far better spell. It scales better. It does like you get bonus armor on kills and all this other stuff. It was like, oh man, this is great. This had the slow get redesigned to where it's stupid, but also it became physical damage. And the thing with physical damage in a spell is that it gets reduced by armor. So basically, it's just kind of garbage because of it late game. It's like, because it's physical, it becomes garbage late. You know, it doesn't really do all that much early. Like, when you think of a nuke early on, you think magic damage. And it's like, hypothetically, this should fall off late because, you know, it's like, okay, people are going to be fighting more. It's probably going to be barely any chipping damage. So, I would like it to change to pure. And obviously tweak the numbers. And pure damage doesn't get reduced, and it kind of goes on with the rest of his kit, because another thing with Axe is he's all about pure damage. His ult does pure damage. His counter helix, which is every time he gets attacked, you have a chance to spin on the spot and do pure damage to enemies. It's like, I would like this change to pure just to be more consistent with his kit. I like playing Axe. It shows because I have like 80,000 immortals for the guy. But it's like, that's one thing I'd like. Okay, so because of the cloak change, I want to see Centaur get a buff. So Centaur's in a really weird spot right now. He basically lost his armor for a crap ton of regen, which technically is better for how he works. The issue is that because of the cloak change doubling, Centaur is a hero that kind of needs cloak. Okay, so cloak becoming a lot more expensive really hurts Centaur, but let me kind of explain what I mean. So I'm going to summon a lion again, just simply because lion's got nice voice lines, and I can actually play him somewhat. So let me explain how Double Edge works with free spells. So I'm not going to do anything with lion. You see how I'm taking damage? So Double Edge causes Centaur and enemies around you to take damage. So now let me just do this. It's just to showcase that you can't die from it. Okay. Just to show that. And this devolves into the problem that exists. So if I get cloak, you know, it's like I don't take as much damage, so I'll just show this off. So I go from 740 to about 640. Okay, with this cloak, I go from 740 to about 656 or so. So basically, it's required, and you need to, you know, build it into Pipe of Insight. Because if you were to, say, do, like, max it early on, it's like, okay, this is going to be... I didn't even see that number. Ah! What is with the bubbles? I don't get it. It's dumb. Okay. I'm trying to, like, do this. The bubbles aren't helping. Okay, so that goes to, like, 950. If I whack this on him... You're not going to get this by level 7, mind you, but... That goes to, like, 1060. So it's like, this is super crucial on him, because... Ignoring the health regen, which is super helpful for him because of how this works, it's like... It's kind of core on him, and it even shows it right there. That's the issue right now with Centaur. Because of that cloak change, and because I don't know how Pipe of Insight's going now, it's like, how are you supposed to build Centaur at this point with this change? So because of the cloak change, I would like double edge to do reduced damage to Centaur. That's it. That's all I would like to see with double edge. Just maybe instead of 100%, it goes. It's like 75 or 50%. 75 to 50%. Like somewhere within that ballpark, and I think it'd be fine. Like honestly, I think it'd be completely fine. I think it would fix him. There's no issues there. Now we have Timur's favorite hero in the game. He likes Ricky. He's never played Dota. He just likes Ricky. I think it's just because it tilts me. I don't know. Ricky is fine outside of this. So...
Whom shall I kill? Better get ready.
Ah. So did you like that? Let me just show you again. Let me just give myself free spells. So basically the issue right now is how this thing works is it's way too good. It's probably one of the strongest ones in the game. So it's basically like, okay, Ricky is just like a normal-ish hero until the 15-minute time frame when you can buy a shard, you start popping down on people, and you have this long range, basically F you to a single target. They can't act for 3 turns unless people damage them for 200. And this is the issue right now that exists with Ricky. Ricky is a hero that by all accounts has a shard that's way too good, and it's probably going to get nerfed. It's like, I don't really play Ricky. I didn't know that it had this effing radius, and it was targeting. Okay? Like, it's gonna have a nerf in some way. Like, maybe it becomes a skill shot, maybe it just effing gets removed. I don't know, but it's way too good right now for any level of malarkey and technicality, because it's like one of the most annoying spells in the game right now to deal with. So I think that's getting changed, and I have like half an hour left. I can't think of anything. Let me just look at the heroes here. Let me just look at the normal hero setup, because I do it differently. I think that's it. Oh yeah, Primal has like... a weird bug right now, and I'll show it off. So, I'm just gonna walk up to someone and do the ult, okay? I want to see how bad this is. Because I play Primal Beast, I haven't played him recently. There was a bug that got introduced, I guess, because of the data mine leak thingy. So how his ult works is you basically raffle stomp someone into the ground aggressively, so a couple of times. And it's supposed to be 3 smacks in total. I'm not touching anything. Okay, that's weird. Apparently it's bugged to where only the first smack happens. And I guess it's only in normal games. But honestly, as long as this bug gets fixed, I think he's fine. I don't think there's anything completely wrong with him. What on here is something that I think needs a change? Oh god, I don't even know. I think that's it, really. It's just stuff that I think is either way too broken, or it's just like because of the change with Centaur, or it's like I think it's a really crappy spell with Battle Hunger. It's like this is getting nerfed. I feel like this should get nerfed. I really hope this gets an improvement to be more consistent. I hope this gets done because I don't know what the F cloak is going to do. This, I think, is going to happen. This should be happening. Oh yeah, there is Witch Doctor, who has also got an issue of just a really good shard. It basically gives him an out, apparently. So I'm going to test this out of full curiosity. So let me do this. Oh, it doesn't activate if you don't have the thing. Okay, that makes sense. So let me just good enough. Yeah, just summon that. Hang on, just 1 second. Alright, so, yes, Witch Doctor, my finest creation. So this is how Witch Doctor works. So, what the F is that? I have no idea. Let me just show this for context. So, we got the look at it go. Okay, so you summon a ward, and it basically attacks really fast, and it hits a target for a lot of damage. You can also like manually select the ward and cause it to change targets. Okay. So how this works is you turn into a ward, and it's a very strong defensive thing. So I'm just gonna whack because I want to test something. That was like instant. Oh god. I need an Enigma for this, because I really want to see how this goes. Okay, so I think it's based on like, okay. I think it's gonna die. Alright, I can't tell with that. Interesting. Basically, from what I heard, it's just like apparently you can just insta-blink. I can't seem to do it because I'm bad, but I think he does need a shard nerf because he's just way too good right now. It gives him a really strong defensive tool. It's like, alright, I'm gonna jump on the Witch Doctor. Boom, Witch Doctor can't be attacked for like 3 seconds. It gives his team time to react, and you're just like, oh, that's just effing great. If you stand next to him, you take damage. It's a very stupid thing right now. And because of things like Maledict being the way it is, where I'll show this off with the most professional looking Witch Doctor of all time. We got our Enigma here. He's having a good time. He's like max level. Okay, we're just gonna... So give me BKB, which gives you like big immunities and stuff, and then we're just gonna pop in with... I need a maxed out Dagon. There we go. Okay, so how Maledict works is you take big instances of damage based on damage you've taken. So it's like, okay, it doesn't remove it, and you still take the burst. You don't take the ticks, but you take the burst, and I think that's way too strong. So I think that's maybe like the last general change. I don't think there's anything else off the top of my head that gets a change. Like, maybe they could... Like, I actually, no. I'm going to talk about Venge. Venge is, like, one of my favorite heroes in the game. I'd like her to get a base damage buff. Please and thank you. And I think that that would just be, like, fantastic, because I think Venge is a really fun hero. I wish she could be a core, but she's really not. Honestly, she's just more of a support. But I think that's it. I think that's really all I can talk about. I kind of went on a bit. But yeah, the patch is apparently coming either this week or next week, and I'm terrified and excited for it all at the same time. Like, this is apparently going to be a patch that does so many things that it's not even funny. So I'm really excited for this patch. I'm excited for Muerta. I'm excited for these new items and to see how they work. And it's probably going to be... And I'm just going to tell you this right now, actually. It's going to be multiple days of me reading the patch notes, because there's no way I'm going to get it through in like 2 hours. It's going to be like part 1, part 2, part 3. So, yeah. I'm really excited for this patch. So, with all that said and done, I hope you all have a good rest of the day. I hope you all have a good rest of the night. I hope you all have a good rest of the whatever. I'm going to go, and until next time, which could be patch day, I don't know. The patch is either maybe tomorrow or the day after. But until then, and whatever else, goodbye.